Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's David Piersaul here from Thieves, and you guys recommended it all day yesterday. You guys recommended DPR Ian, So Beautiful, the official music video. So here, that's what we're gonna check out. And if you're new to the channel, you don't know how we operate here. We do two different watch throughs. We do the first time, it's my first time watching it, and then we do a filmmaker technical aspect analysis, whatever you want to call it, for the second run around. If you haven't already joined the Discord, the link is in the description below. Before we get started, we gotta set the ambience, and if you don't know what that means get your tea ready. Put the headphones on.
Before I change again, remind me of the time when I still remembered. I fulfill a comment.
Oh. It's kind of spooky, my guy. Yo, DPR's videos are always just absolutely insane. I love this lighting. Yo, how old is this guy, bro? He's jacked. That gets me inspired. Dang, I love the film scratches. Oh, with the vibes that we got from the visuals, I did not expect that tonal change. Oh. Yo, bro, I'm trying to like this man. Hey. Yo, this is the only time where sepia looks super dope. Not the only time, but one of the very few times. Is that an eyeball ring? Ew. Look at that image, bro. Look at the eyes. Whoa, that's some good acting. I think it's interesting how, this is a 4-minute video, I didn't even realize, but I think it's so interesting how the tonal, like the juxtaposition between the dark imagery versus the rather like upbeat kind of song, but the lyrics are kind of darker in some sense of the way. So it's already, the song is already doing that juxtaposition before we even see the visuals, which is, that's super dope. The color changes. See the color, like the leaves slowly changing colors. So much. This is such a crazy edit. Oh. Yo, this is crazy. There we go. Yo, I wonder how they made it rain inside of his house. Probably just had like some rain machine and then like had full control over it, like in a studio or something, who knows. So let me know in the comments, what is this, I know this is someone from DPR, but is this kind of like, is he working on a solo project right now? This is a great song and great music video. It's weird because I thought there was going to be more of like a conceptual thing that we've seen in their past videos, but this has like a very just a brand aesthetic that I like. Whoa. They just put him up on a harness and like spun him in circles and sped it up. That's crazy. That eyeball ring, like where do you get one of those? So they might have some lore after all. Guess we'll see. Really enjoyed the video. First of all, the video was just super well made. It's a crazy edit. I couldn't imagine the timeline looking at that thing, editing something of that caliber. But it was a crazy video. I love it. Let's run it back again for a technical aspect. Let's try to break down some of those things.
Change again. Remind me of the time when I still remembered. I fulfill a comment.
Okay, let's see. First of all, I love how he comes out of this, like, it's almost like he's coming out of a bathtub, but instead he's just on like a kitchen counter. And the lights, they had the lights queued up to do these like little flashes, like it's almost like he's in some type of cellar of some sort. That's really nice. You can either do that manually. You got the light passes, like there's like spotlights shining in. But you can do that it's a pretty easy effect. You can do it with a DMX board or just have lights that have effects on them or just do it manually. But they look so consistent. I'm assuming that these lights have pre-built effects or they're on some sort of DMX. DMX is like a control board for like a bunch of lights at one time. I'm trying to figure out the conceptual piece of what he's trying to convey here. Let's run it back a little bit real quick. First of all, let's talk about the camera movement. It's handheld. Handheld footage is exactly how it sounds. You're literally just holding the camera. What I do like here though is that specifically in this instance, handheld footage works in the sense that it makes it feel a little bit more sporadic, a little bit more insane. It's shaky as well as his mind. I like how they add this little sound effect to match this, like, what do you call it? It's almost like a repetitive, like this effect of like anamorphous effect where you just like someone's like jittering inside out, in and out of reality. They add this little noise to it that brings it. I know that's probably not a part of the song, so that's a little extra addition that just really brings that effect to life. And it looks like they're doing some like, yeah, it's just like stutters of the image. How you can do that is in your timeline when you're cutting up the image, you can layer it one above or one underneath the other, and then just like kind of offset them by like a couple of frames, and then you get that kind of stutter effect, and then you turn off the opacity of the ones. It looks like a staircase. You turn off the opacity of the ones on the top layers. That way, you can see the bottom layer still and get that effect that something is like almost outside of itself. The lighting in here is very complex. You can't even, another thing about how they're cutting this up that I really enjoy is how they don't distinctly give you like an idea of the way of how the house works. It's hard to really tell. Like, we know that's the counter he came behind earlier. Also the tears on the wall, there's like something really loud above me. But anyways. You see like the tears on the wall. The set design is great, but you never get an idea of how the house actually works and how it looks and how you can like kind of maneuver around it. But it still has a very, I don't know. It's an interesting way of filming. It's almost like the house is like a construct of his mind. I love those violins. Same thing with that effect. So that could also just be a low shutter speed effect. You can do stuff like that in post, but low shutter speed, meaning like the shutter speed is not matching the motion of the image, so it looks like there's a lot of motion blur, tons of it actually. That's how you get an effect like that. They do that in a lot of the Pop Smoke videos that we've seen with Travis Scott. And I love how they switch to black and white here when the beat comes in. I'm trying to figure out what that symbolizes or what they're trying to do. I know it's just tonally different, so it matches the song, but it's almost like he was forming into this version of himself that's like more vibey.
I think I got my sight for you. I don't mean to let it through. I thought it through.
Yeah, I love the colors here. I feel like these clouds are like added in post. Like, see like the lightning coming from it? We do know that the VFX team that's worked with DPR in the past has been incredible, so I would not doubt that those clouds are added after the fact.
Now come on, you know I just can't compute.
Like, they're masking through the trees and adding lightning and stuff. It's incredible.
Love story. I love it when the skies can't see.
I love just the lighting in the, like, so they add these little see the little scratches on the screen, like the film burns and film scratches in here? Really adds like to the grittiness of the whole video, which I absolutely like. What I like about this image is it's pretty much silhouetted. So we have like, it goes from like a silhouette, it goes from this image where it's spotlighted, right? Spotlighted, then it moves, that same light moves, then they turn on a backlight, and then he's like, you know, front lit and backlit, and that's it. And then it comes to almost like a silhouette. It's so cool. It's a nice movement of the lighting. It's almost like lighting blocking. These underwater shots are crazy because look at, they're adding so many effects in post. So we got the water shot with the light coming through, right, with the color grade. And then you just go one frame over and you see like the grain and all the things that's about to come in. Bam, another frame, then you see like an overexposure of the lights. It's almost like a film transition, like the film, like it's literally burning the image. See that? Nice little effect. You can download overlays like that all the time. I've actually used some of those before. I love this shot. Is so cool. First of all, he has so much water coming off of him. My guess is that they have a rain machine inside of a controlled environment, and that they're able to just like throw rain all over it like they want to. Let's keep moving. Let's see. Yeah, let's talk about the lighting in here. First of all, you see that little dolly zoom right here? See how it's moving in, but the rest of the image is kind of moving out? That could be done you can make something look like that in post, but you can also do it on a dolly or a slider, whatever tool of your choice. So this looks like it might have been an actual dolly zoom just because of how much it's moving in the background. But you see, so what happens is if you're pushing in to the image with a dolly, you're sliding into the image with a dolly. That means you want to zoom out with the lens at the same time. So you're going in opposite directions so the image kind of stays, because when different focal lengths create different ways of viewing the image, not just closer and tighter, but things become wider, faces become different. So that's why you see like even his body kind of widen a little bit. See that? So yeah, they're pushing in and then zooming out at the same time, or vice versa. They're dialing out or zooming in at the same time. It could be either one. They call it a Zoli, which is zoom pulley, pulley zoom, all that type of stuff.
Baby, look for me now, I'm not that great.
So the lighting in here, let's go back to that. So first of all, I love the textures. So layers, we talked about dark and lights all the time on this channel. We see like first of all, the textures on the wall add so much to it. Like it feels tangible, you can touch it, you can kind of get an idea of what that feels like. You know what I mean? Texture and set design is so important. But you got like this, this beam of light coming through like moonlight, right? It's like partially moonlight, and then over here we got partially like some like artificial lighting. Like it doesn't really matter, it just looks nice. It has these layers. You got the light here, then you got more light here, and then you got dark here, dark here. You got those, it's like that checkerboard pattern of darkness versus light. And this bright part of the image actually, I think, adds to it a lot. Let's keep skipping ahead. We've seen this scene a couple times. So this scene is really nice. So this is amazing because I think that what they're doing here is they're actually adding lighting in post, like changing the lighting in post. So he's like masked out, see? He's like masked. I think they're masking him out here. I could be wrong. Let me know if you know. But it's like they're masking him out and then adding like a dark feather in background, like feathered his shoulders and everything, feathered the mask, and it means like they softened it to make it seem seamless. The people above me are just walking so loud. Seamless, and then they just kind of brought that image back to where it was, which was he was originally in that scene. Or it could just all be green screen. But I don't think that's the case because here it doesn't look green screen at all. He's like leaning on a tree. Could be though. They've done some crazy stuff in the past. All right, so let's keep going. Lots of stuff to cover here. What is this? I just seen something I just noticed for the first time. Oh, okay, I thought that was a trend, like that was a cool transition. I thought it was something else though. But see that little opacity fade? Love that. Just a good way of making this video flow all together. Really nice. Lots of different scenes in this. It's actually mind-blowing. Yeah, so DPR Ian, that's my first video from him specifically. I really dig what they're doing. It's very grungy, very aesthetic. It's a very big project, and it looks as if so. It's one of those videos that looks like it takes a lot of effort. But I would love to get your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this compared to just DPR's videos in general? I'd love to hear it. But anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate you watching, and until next time, peace.
I went from Sunday to Sunday, at BNA on the runway. I took a meeting at 10 after 2, pull right up after the gun range. I got a circle that worry about the code, but clientele that working under the road to stay on the low. Me and my bro just linked up and went half on the coat. Hell no.